It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley on a Friday. Did you notice the Spider-Man shirt twice this week?
I didn't notice it because that to me isn't the Spider-Man shirt. To me, you should look like actual Spider-Man and
Well, I
not
do,
just have a
kind of.
spider
Just
on it.
a bigger version.
Well, no, but with the outfit, like have the top on the actual Spider-Man shirt
Well,
with
I
the
only
red
do
and the
that when I'm out
blue.
fighting crime, you moron.
Oh, so this is Spider-Man at home,
This is the
and
chill look.
not this is
But
the
there's a
relaxed.
reason.
I don't have to go deal with
I got the
whatever.
red ass from Steph for wearing a shirt with a spider on it, and she said it freaked her out. So
Okay.
I thought since it's Halloween, maybe I'll go for 2 in a
Mhm.
week. Right.
Why not?
That's what I do. Right.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. So boo 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 boo. Yeah. Now
There
you're
you
all
go.
scared.
I am
I
terrified.
have to make a confession.
Go ahead.
Last night I get Mrs. O, God love her. I get her all tucked in and give her a little kiss goodnight and mosey on out. And I always tell her the
Mm-hmm.
same thing when I walk out of the bedroom, when I tuck her in. Love you a bushel and a peck. And then I walk out into the kitchen and, well, I forage, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And I'm rutting around the counter and it's kind of dark. We've only got the light from the TV coming in from the other room. And on the counter, there's snacks and things. And I'm looking over the offerings that are there, and up on the top of the flour jars, you know those jars that sit on the counter, with flour,
Yeah.
sugar, and all that crap. Well,
Mhm.
there's a Butterfinger, and I figure that's just low hanging fruit. I'm that's bait. That's
Mhm.
sitting out for me to get yelled at. Then there's some donuts, which I like donuts. But I already had some. And then there's some popcorn, caramel corn. There's some other caramel corn, but I don't eat a lot of popcorn. Um, and then I'm looking.
Were you looking sweet or salty at this
Oh,
point?
sweet.
What time of the evening are
We're
we
looking
talking here?
just after 10. Yeah, just after 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at this box and it says Belvita breakfast biscuits on it.
You didn't.
No, hang on. And I look closer and I look down in the box and I'm like, that doesn't look like Belvita breakfast biscuits. That looks like Swiss cake rolls hidden in a Belvita breakfast box.
Oh, so she's hiding these things from you.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
And understand, I get that.
And you got to
She's
keep in
looking out
mind,
for you.
it's dark,
Mm-hmm.
it's late. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I've been chilling out on the
Did
couch
you?
for a couple hours. I might be a little groggy. And so I reach into the Belvita box and I'm like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things. And I'm like, wait a minute, she's really holding out now. So I open one up and I'm getting ready to eat it. And I'm like, this doesn't feel like a Swiss cake roll. It was really the Belvita things.
Oh my God!
I know. And I'm like, ugh. So at this point, it's out of the plastic and everything, and I can't just throw it out because that'll get me yelled at.
No.
No.
Well, you ate a raw Belvita, or did you cook it up?
No, I didn't do anything because it was like a fruit-filled sack of Belvita something or other.
Okay.
I hope she doesn't notice when she goes to eat it, but I put it in a Ziploc and threw it back in the box.
Okay.
Don't make Belvitas look like Swiss cake rolls. Can't we have some kind of distinction? Now, when you were hawking those things on the radio, weren't they like a crunchy
I
dog
remember
biscuit?
those. That's right. The Belvita breakfast. This traffic report brought to you by Belvita breakfast.
Weren't they like
biscuits.
a dog treat?
Yeah.
When did they turn into?
They weren't a dog. No, they were little breakfast. They were just little breakfast sandwiches. That would fill you up and get you through until about 10:45 a.m. when you got the shakes again.
Well, this thing to me looked like compressed twigs and nuts with a spoonful of jelly in the middle of it. It's like, ooh.
I don't know. Maybe they're messing with what
I don't know what.
to be. I don't know.
Well, it's just unfair.
All the oats and
it's unfair to make something look like that and sucker a poor guy in like me that time of the night.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write a sternly worded letter.
as you should.
Yeah. Same
You,
kind of
you
little
got
cardboard thing underneath the.
if you're not going to take on big breakfast, who's going to take on big breakfast?
What I wonder.
Somebody's
And
got
what's
to
with the wife?
take
What's with the
those
wife
fellas
leaving them
down
on
a
the
peg.
counter like that? Shouldn't anything like that be placed away in one of her little
Exactly, because
hideaways?
that's the kitchen, and what you're saying is she needs to take care of her space because the
That's what.
kitchen is her
Well,
space.
her goods.
And
Her
does
goods.
she hang up? Does she hang up her apron? Does she hang up her apron? If her
No
apron
apron.
is left out, it is her
We
apron's
don't do
left
an
out.
apron.
Oh,
No,
really?
good there.
Oh, well then then everything's a mess.
Well, I just don't know. I can't believe that.
Does she keep the floor? Does she keep the floor swept?
Indeed, very well.
She keeps the
Everything.
floor
She's
swept,
a
okay.
wonderful homemaker.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, to leave that out, couldn't you just put that
Crock pot clean? Did she clean the crock pot?
Actually,
Did she clean
she
the
went
crock
over and
pot?
bummed dinner
Is
off
there-
the neighbor last night, who I hope cleaned her crock pot.
That's not fulfilling the wifely obigations. I'm just
I
saying.
didn't feel like eating, so she's good.
God. I don't know how she puts up with that.
Yeah, well, I don't either. I really felt betrayed.
Yeah,
Betrayed.
as you should.
With that, can I be informed as to what this world is going to bring me today?
Yeah, let's get into it. Home financing continuing to climb. Costs surged again this week to the average long-term mortgage rate. Those are rising to their highest levels since December of 2000. 30-year home loans jumped to 7.49%. 15-year rates are also up, now just under 6.8%. Getting tougher and tougher to make that home purchase, especially if you're like a first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
And you don't have the
they got to have all
funds.
the incentives out there for the first time home buyer, though. I mean,
no, you got to keep in mind this is the issue we got into about 15 years ago or so with the whole Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac situation, where people were buying homes who couldn't afford homes because, hey, it's America, everybody should be able to buy a home even if you can't afford it. And it was two things were going on. You had dumb people who didn't understand they couldn't afford a home, and then you had lecherous banks that were incentivized by a dumbass bureaucracy to finance these things. And it was like, and they didn't have a problem doing it. Hey, yeah, this is more for us. You had a bunch of dudes,
right?
Selling. I mean, you
what
had
I'm saying
people
is
owning 3 and 4 homes and walking away. And then the whole market crashed.
There has to be incentives out there for people who want to get into a starter home.
Who have the means to do so.
Exactly.
Hey.
But when I say a starter home, I'm talking about people who can legitimately make the jump from renting to owning,
right,
and do it within a budget. There are things out there to help them make that happen.
Yes.
So, and you're right about the interest rates and all this other kind of stuff. I get it. It's a lot. But not everybody has to go out and finance a $500,000 home.
Right.
So
but
don't let that kind of headline necessarily dissuade you if you're thinking about making that jump from renting to owning. Because, and I'm going to say this especially for Muskegon, because the fact of the matter is that in Muskegon here, we've been pushing for more people to buy in and take ownership, right? We need them to own homes.
Right.
So if you are at that point where you're thinking maybe, don't want to rent anymore, maybe I should find something, build a little equity, ask your realtor
100%.
what's out there. See if you could find a hand to get into something that's manageable, affordable. Even if the interest rate's a little high now, you can go back later and change that.
Right.
So don't. And you know what? The first house I bought, it was a shithole. It was awful. My parents, for my first year wedding anniversary, or my first wedding gift, they recarpeted the whole place. They bought furniture. They did all that, repainted, carpet, the whole shooting match. Gutted the whole place, did it new. That's what you're going to have to do if you're a first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
You're not moving in to, a beautiful
Shangri-La.
Yeah, that's how it works. How it worked for my parents. It's how it worked for me. How it worked. Someday it might work for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. I'm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, the problem is so many of these starter homes, the costs are. It's
They
really
are.
really tough. You've got homes out where I used to live that used to be in the neighborhood of doing like 150, 200,000 that are now up around five, six, $700,000 homes
Yeah.
now that weren't that just a handful of years ago. So it's again, like everything you're saying is spot on. You go to your realtor, see what you can afford, and if you don't know, if you're unsure, talk to people who are in your same financial bracket to see, okay, if they are homeowners, how did you do it? How did you manage it?
Yep.
Don't get in over your head.
No.
You do not. This is the worst. We are in one of the worst times to be saddled with a lot of debt. You do
Bad.
not, and trust me, I got some debt. So and you want to pay that. You want to pay that down as quickly as you can because it's just gonna. You're just gonna be treading water
I'll give you
at
a case in
best.
point about paying things down. I never thought I'd be able to do it, but we bought that
Mhm.
station truck.
Yeah.
We got it all logoed up and everything like that. It's a little over a year old. I think I only owe about $7,000 on
Okay.
it. Making me double payments. That's how
Mhm.
quick things get paid
That's
off.
what you get. Yes,
Yeah, I
and
couldn't
if you
believe it.
can do that,
Yeah,
a lot of
very
people can't do that.
fortunate.
But if you can do that,
Yeah,
well, and again, you're not fortunate. You put yourself in that position. You worked your way into the situation you're in where you can do this, and
yeah,
that's what people got to do. You got to take some. In the hardest thing to do with anything, whether you're talking finance, whether you're talking career, whether you're talking fitness, whatever it is, the hardest thing is just
yeah.
starting to do it. And then once you start doing it, you will start seeing results.
There
But
you go.
the big thing is just to get on it and to begin, and then you're off and running.
There
All
you
right,
go.
what else is going on? Pro Football Hall of Famer and actor Dick Butkus has passed away. The former Chicago Bears legend played 9 seasons with ferocious intensity from 1965 to 1973, making 8 Pro Bowls in those 9 years. He's generally considered the greatest middle linebacker in the history of football. Also starred in over 60 episodes and movies. It's from 1971 to 2014. I knew him as Mr. Klawicki from My Two Dads. He was phenomenal in that show with Paul Reiser, Greg Evigan, and the lovely Stacy Keenan.
Oh,
So, and I believe he was also in. Was he in Necessary? No, he wasn't in Necessary Roughness. What else was he in?
he might have been in that one.
I don't know. He was. Oh, he was in Brian's Song,
Yeah,
which was phenomenal. He was also in.
I got
God,
one
Al
you're going to
Pacino's
sail
football
right
movie
over the
from the late
top of,
'90s.
and when
But
I hit you with it, it's
Gus,
gonna,
the field goal kicking mule.
no,
He was in that too.
no, nobody cares about
Disney.
Gus.
Everybody cared about Gus.
Nobody cares about Gus.
A,
I
a
got
mule
one.
could kick a
I've got
field goal
I've got
100
the
yards.
sleeper hit Dick Butkus was
Go
in
ahead.
that everybody
Go ahead.
needs to remember, and
What?
I have an actual DVD copy of, even though it was never released on DVD.
What was it?
Hamburger the Motion Picture.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yes,
didn't. You know what? I
sir.
don't think I ever saw that, but I think I was aware he was
It
in it.
is the worst movie ever made. But when we were kids, we
Uh,
thought it was the funniest thing ever put on film. And we watched
and
it
yeah,
over and over and over. I'd invite you over sometime to watch it, but
but you don't like to do that.
I have to run on
Um,
interference on the hot tub all
right,
the time. So,
right, of course. Any Given Sunday. That was the movie I was
oh, okay.
tripping over. He
There
was
you
great in
go.
that too. All right. Anyway. Dick Butkus, 80 years old, great life, and rest in
Godspeed.
peace. Lawmakers in Lansing have approved legislation that would require state schools to filter their water for lead. The bills require schools and childcare facilities to develop drinking water management plans within 15 months after the law passes. It is expected to pass sometime next week. I still got lead courses. Remember when we were kids, elementary school, and you were bored, or you'd have some jerk off uh, student, maybe friend, maybe a mortal enemy who would stab you with a pencil,
Yeah.
and you'd have that pencil lead. I'm sure that happened to me 3, 4, maybe half a dozen times where someone just stabs you because they're bored or they wanted to for whatever the reason.
You know,
Yes, I'm sure
no,
I still got that coursing through my veins.
that never happened to me.
You never got stabbed with a pencil ever, like in
Is
the
that where
arm or the
is that where the
leg?
wheels fell off the cart with you, Dave?
What are you talking about, Will? That's what you know. That's what's giving me perspective. It's like that. Oh, you think that's fine? Have you ever been stabbed? I've been
Oh,
stabbed.
hey,
There you go.
I got the scars to prove it. I don't see any scars on
Uh,
you.
Okay, your scars. Say your scars were more mental. Mine were more physical. Yours were more
Oh no, like me see me with
emotional.
a shirt off.
Mhm.
Would you
Oh,
like to
you
see
got.
me
Oh
with a
yeah.
shirt off?
Oh yeah. You got a bunch. Yeah, you've had a bunch of stuff done. I get that. It's all good. It's all good. Sports Bears double up the former Skins. They scalp them 40-20. Detroit, Carolina, 1 o'clock on Fox on Sunday. Detroit looking to
Oh, I think they moved
maintain
it.
and perhaps no, it's still a 1 o'clock game. No, Detroit, Carolina is 1 p.m. Sunday.
I
It's
think they
1 p.m.
flexed it.
Sunday.
I think it's
They did not.
425.
It's no, that's not the 425 game. 425 game is the Chiefs and the Vikings. Carolina, Detroit is not 425. I will guarantee you that. It's a 1 o'clock game. It's Carolina. Carolina sucks. They're not flexing that game. They're not flexing it.
Detroit Lions.
Carolina Panthers, 1 o'clock. Ding yourself because you're wrong.
Hang on.
I just checked it earlier today to double
All
check.
right. Well,
It was
okay.
1
Then I'll. There. Here you go.
You're well. You're.
I thought I
well.
read that they moved it to 425.
Well, yeah. It may have been a future game. It definitely is not going to be the Carolina Panthers.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, Michigan 5-0.
Yes!
Still hasn't played anybody this week.
Oh,
They're
of
still
course.
not
Throw
playing
that
anybody.
in. Yep. How's Michigan State doing?
3-2. Michigan State, we're not talking about them. I'm a Notre Dame fan the rest of this football season. Michigan State, who?
Exactly.
East Lansing, what? Spartan, what? Not
See?
when it comes to football this year.
That's how it
Notre
goes,
Dame,
right there.
touchdown. This is called being an adult and a fair weather fan.
Yeah, that's what you are.
I'm just basking in the shadow of touchdown Jesus right now. All right, there you go. 7:30 on NBC. Michigan should win that. Should move to 6-0. And again, they haven't played anybody, but they're still probably the best team in college football.
They are the best team in college football. They are the University of Michigan. They are the school that put men on the moon. They are.
Okay.
Should we continue? Is there anything else I need to say?
Really don't need to.
I'd love to.
And they've created an insufferable know-nothing fan base. So there's that.
Yeah, good. Watch your back coming out of work today. That's all I can say.
All right.
Jeopardy today, 1,200 for awards and honors.
Awards and honors, not just
awards.
Awards
and honors. That's right.
Aren't awards also an honor? So isn't this category technically?
Well, you could be given an award with no honor.
How? But an award is an honor by definition.
Well, yeah, but they could give it to you besmirchingly. Here's your award.
Like an ironic award.
Yeah.
Like you
know what? We couldn't find anybody else to give this to. Here's an award.
Okay, like the
raspberry. You don't have to place a whole lot of honor on top of it. You know.
Okay, fine.
All right. Awards and honors. You got that part?
Awards and honors.
1,200.
Okay.
You're a gambling man. Let's roll.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvia Plath was awarded one of these scholarships whose name contains a synonym from smart.
A synonym, one of these.
Wow. Look at that mind grind to a halt.
Synonym. One of these grants. It's not a genius grant because
we already had that
yesterday.
question this week, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's a synonym for.
This is where knowing synonyms and antonyms would come in handy.
Yeah, synonyms is similar, so something that is also means smart.
And we're headed back to Monday, which is only going to be a $200 category, so you don't have a lot to worry about there. But today, it's 1,200, and you're 51,800 in the hole.
God, these questions have been these are the ones that have been hurting me because I
They hurt.
usually can come back and get one. I can't. I'm coming up blank on this one
Zero.
too
I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do just for you today?
because I'm fixated on the Genius Grant that I missed yesterday.
I'm gonna do math by hand today for you.
What is the
8 and 2 is
what is it?
10. 1, 2,
Okay, what's the
3.
answer?
53,000 in the hole. Holy mackerel! The answer is the Fulbright scholarship.
Fulbright. Yeah, I know.
See, bright,
Fulbright.
smart.
Okay, bright. Yeah, Fulbright. I never would have gotten that.
That's
I
a
don't feel bad.
synonym.
Okay, I know
It's a
bright
synonym.
is, but it's just okay.
Nah, well, you know what bright is, don't you? Because you're just that bright.
Yes.
Yes, you are. All right.
Mhm.
Have yourself a wonderful weekend. We'll plan on seeing you back here Monday.
See ya.
Happy Friday, Muskegon. Fall is finally here to stay, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Taking a quick look at your weather headlines, we will have lake effect rain moving in later today going into the day on Saturday, thanks to temperatures cooling well down into the 50s, and will stay in the 50s actually for the next several days as well. The future radar shows the rain moving in right around 5 p.m. or so, and that's associated with another cold front that will also start to ignite lake effect rain after that. So by 10 p.m. or so, we'll have lake effect rain develop. That will continue pretty much all overnight going into Saturday morning. By Saturday morning at 9, you can see lake effect rain will be falling across West Michigan, especially west of US 131 and also south of I-96. That will be the best area to see lake effect rain, and that will continue through much, if not all of the day on Saturday. So the expected amount of rain we could see by Sunday afternoon or evening, probably at least half an inch of rain here in Muskegon. A little bit more further to the south where they will see more lake effect rain, maybe upwards of an inch or so. So for your Friday, expect a high of 60. Will be much cooler than we have been seeing recently, with showers developing later in the day, right around 5 p.m. possibly, but especially overnight after sunset or so, with an 80% chance of rain from the lake effect with a low of 46. And the lake effect rain will continue through much of the day on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies. Will fall into the 50s as well. And we'll stay in the 50s pretty much until next Thursday, with mostly cloudy skies hanging around. And that's your fall lake forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon Channel and I'm Cole Woods Weather, and enjoy your weekend.